SPF numbers worldwide are about UVB damage. They don't tell you anything about UVA damage, although they're working on it. But to date, there isn't a homogenized version of the UVA testing, but some countries are using it. The FDA is working on it. It's a very complicated, very controversial new area, but what everyone agrees on is that that SPF number only tells you how long you can stay in the sun without burning. It doesn't tell you anything. It doesn't tell you anything about the UVA rays of the sun, and those are the silent rays of the sun. You don't feel them. UVB causes sunburn. UVA most likely, well, actually, no, most likely, the research is pretty clear, probably causes most of the skin cancers we see on the body because UVA is the silent killer. As a matter of fact, in 1995, Sloan Kettering came out with a study saying that between 1985 and 1995, women who use sunscreen, actually it was everybody, men and women who use sunscreen, had a higher incidence of skin cancer than people who didn't. Now, what Sloan Kettering concluded, that I disagreed with, was that there was something wrong with sunscreen use. Sunscreens developed between 1985 and 1995 did not include UVA protecting ingredients. So what that meant is you can sit out in the sun longer without getting a sunburn, right? But getting UVA damage because it was quiet. And you still got tan, because the UVA rays are actually what cause the skin to tan, not the UVB rays. So the UVA, UVB issue, just to be clear, so this is the whole enchilada. This is the light spectrum, down to UVC, which is the light that's filtered out by the stratosphere. UVC, if it was to get through, we would be fried up little eggs, you know, little, like War of the Worlds, you know, that would be us. UVB is between 280 and 315. Those are the nanometers. Those are the sun burning rays. Up to 400 is the silent UVA rays, and then up to visible light and infrared is heat. So look where UVC actually penetrates very little into the skin, but it would set you on fire. UVB penetrates a little bit more into the dermis, but not that bad, which causes sunburn. But UVA penetrates to where skin cells are developed, which is why they cause mutation and skin cancer. So the UVA rays that you don't feel are actually the more insidious rays of the sun, because there's no information that your skin is telling you to get out and get away from the window or put sunscreen on. There are 5 ingredients throughout the world, of which 3 are currently legal in the United States, that protect from 4 are legal in the United States, that protect from UVA damage. Because there's no rating system, these are the 5 ingredients you need to look for: zinc oxide, titanium dioxide, avobenzone, tinosorb, and Mexoryl SX. Personally, I prefer zinc oxide and titanium dioxide because they're benign. You don't feel them. You can get them in your eye and they don't sensitize. Unfortunately, they make skin look white, but it's a great sun protection. The synthetic sunscreens work fine and cover and do great. Even the UVA synthetic sunscreens do great. And actually, the problem with zinc oxide and titanium dioxide can also clog pores. That's not a nice side effect, but it really protects from the sun. Avobenzone, tinosorb, Mexoryl XS, and almost all the other synthetic sunscreens do pose a risk of irritation. They do pose a risk of irritation, but they protect from the sun, and that far outweighs whatever. And if you're not allergic to it, it's not a problem.